Well, here I am again. Still have COVID. I'd probably get rid of it, get beyond it faster if I'd stop working out in the cold like I do. But there's stuff that needs to be done, and I can get it done. Anyway, I think I'm going to go on with this state of the school idea. This would be state of the school three, third day, but it may go quite a ways because this is comfortable. I can do these in short videos. I'm going to start adding descriptive words of this one's going to be Amish uh, because one of the things that has been a major, unexpected, huge development in this area, my neighbor, not so much on this farm, but on this land, but in this neighborhood, is the arrival of a population of Amish. I'm getting to be close friends with one named Elam Fisher and his wife Lizzie. They have three children, two little boys, and the oldest is a girl named Barbara. And I mean, who would have guessed that I think of this as Deus ex machina, God out of the machine. I mean, these people have arrived who think largely the way I do. Now they have a community, a very strong, large communities, 20 families. Elam told me, I think he was the one that told me, about 20 families got together, about 100 miles away is where they lived, and they chose Bedford County as a place to move to, and they started to buy land. And Dutch Corner, which is this neighborhood of it, right up against the mountain, was prime. And it almost seems like every month there's a new family moving in. Maybe they're not coming that fast now, but you see they have a lot of children, and they're growing. They're buying land is what they're buying, but ideally with barns and farmhouses, and they fix them up. They have the support of all of their whole community, and their families, their extended families back in Loganton is or Loganville or Loganton. I think it's Loganton, uh, that are helping him to do this. I almost think of it like when the Europeans arrived in Massachusetts, and I'm Squanto. Here I am, and I'm doing everything I can to help them, and they will help me, I'm sure too. They speak English, but their native language is Pennsylvania Dutch, which I intend to try to learn. I think I can learn it. My mother, I thought it was silly when she was in her late 50s, decided she was going to study Swedish and try to learn Swedish. Here I am in my late 70s, convinced that if I just take the time, I can learn to speak and understand Pennsylvania Dutch because I already speak and understand German. Well, this is a perfect place for them because the roads right up here along the mountain, there's not much traffic, and in their buggies, they go slow. Now these Amish, not to be confused with Mennonites. There's lots of Mennonites around here, whom I never really got to know while I was teaching public school. But once I stopped teaching public school, I actually got to know my neighborhood a little bit better. Began to periodically attend a Mennonite. What do they call it? They don't call it a church, they call it a gathering. I can't think of the word. And I learned how they sing. That was great, but the Mennonites speak English. They largely live like very hard-working, what we think of as normal Americans do. The Amish are different. These people are a different culture. It's going to change. It is already, but it's going to increasingly change this whole neighborhood. It's like my people have arrived, and I'll never be Amish, but boy, have I got a lot in common with them. I wonder sometimes, are they going to end up buying this farm? They probably would for the land, but they wouldn't give much because this land is so infertile and unproductive. But nonetheless, it is land, and I'm sure they would buy it, but I don't think that'll ever happen. This is going to be a school, if the school survives. This will be a school in the midst of an Amish population. How wonderful.